Hi friends, welcome to WebJam. In this video, I'm going to discuss about margin, padding, height, width, and box model in CSS. Okay, so in my previous video, I have discussed about these properties from the CSS, that what are the selectors in CSS, then how to give the color and how to give the background and how to add border to an HTML elements. So now moving ahead with next property, what is margin in CSS? What is padding in CSS? Okay, this should be in CSS. And how height and width is considered in box model with margin and padding. Everything will be discussed in detail here. Okay, so let's start with our coding because we know basic steps, right? How to add elements to the web page and how to design we are learning here. Okay, so with respect to that, div and means h1p, everything is already discussed. So now we will start with margin. Okay, so now what I wanted to do, I have said here 100%. Instead of that, I will say width is 50%, height I will reduce to 400 pixel. Okay, to just to show you the output, and this is how the box will looks like, right? Whatever the content we have taken in this div, and we have given height to the div, so it is taking 400 pixel. I would like to show you from where it is. Okay, so it starts from this to this location. Okay, so that height will be treated, or height will be always inside a border. Okay, so don't consider that height, I mean in height and border will be there, our border will be added in the height space. Whatever the height we assign will be remains that 400 pixel, and border will be added additionally to the 400 pixel. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to add some margin. So this is about height, and if you want to say same thing is applicable for the width also. Width is again considered inside a border. If you want to add the width to the any element, okay, so if I say 50% width, so this will calculate and automatically add the 50% width inside a border. Border is additional to the height and width, so that is about height and width. But if I wanted to add the margin, what will do it? Okay, so let's say I wanted to move this box little bit down, means I wanted to move this box away from its current position. Okay, so what does this mean? I wanted to move this box from this border, we can say, or body. From the body, we have parent as a body, so from the body to down. Okay, also I wanted to move this box from left. Okay, so what I will do, I have to add the margin. Okay, so what I will do, I will just add margin to this box, and I will say margin, and I would like to say 100 pixel. Okay, so the moment I add margin, what it will do, okay, the box is moved with its element. So div is a container. Div is a container. It always carry its child elements. Okay, it always carry its child element. So if you move this div and by using margin or any other property, so it will always bring its child elements with him. Okay, and this is how margin can be added. Now we have said margin is 100 pixel. Margin is 100 pixel. What it will do? Okay, so it will add space around the border. It will add space around the border. Okay, so remember these words. Okay, it add the space around the border means the space from this position to this position only. This is our 100 pixel margin. Again, this is our 100 pixel margin. Again, here on this side also we have 100 pixel margin, and on bottom side also we have 100 pixel margin. Okay, so what this will affect? If I add the same element, it will take space. Okay, so how it will take, I will show you. What I will do, I will just copy this, Control C, and I will paste one more element here and just refresh the page. Okay, so it is taking a space between two elements. Here you can see. Here you can see it is automatically taking the space between two elements. Okay, again, it is by default, it is taking a margin between two elements. Even though now they are vertically, if we move this to side of another element, or if we convert these two divs into inline elements, so it will again take the same space, that is of 100 pixel margin. So that is the what we can say, that is what the we can say is margin we can define in a such a way that margin is a space. Okay, I would like to edit. Margin is a space around the border. Okay, so we can define in this way that space, it will add space around the border. I mean outside the border. Okay, not inside the border, or it will not affect the border. Outside the border. Okay, so this will make sense now. So similarly, if I wanted to add padding, okay, if I wanted to add padding to the elements, so I will not go and add padding to this div. Okay, so padding will be added to the content or to the child element. To the child element means padding is a distance between content to the border. Okay, so I will add first padding. If I say padding and 100 pixel, okay, I am just adding padding to this, but not to this div. Okay, we can add. Okay, it will not affect, but what it will do, it will, if we give the padding to this div, it will change the size of this div. Okay, so you can see the size has been changed. Okay, so it will add padding to height and width from both the sides. Okay, so if I remove the padding, the box will looks like this when of this size, but if I add the padding, it will be a bigger box. Means what it is doing? Okay, it is adding padding to the height and width. Okay, so but how? So if I say actually this is the border. Okay, actually this is the border. I would like to make some difference. Okay, actually this blue line or blue box is indicating the actual border, and what that padding has added some space between some space between border to its element, border to its element. So this is the padding. Okay, not outer border, it will be in a border. Okay, so let me erase out this, and this should start with and inside the border only. Control. Okay, so this space is called padding. So we have added, just understand this, we have added padding to the div, and what this affects the layout or size of the div. Size of the div, size will be increased, means if I have given 400 pixel width to the div, and if I add padding, it will increase the size of div by that much amount of padding into 2. So why 2, we will discuss. Okay, so instead of this, I would like to add the padding to h1, and I will say padding here, or padding I will say 100 pixel. Okay, similarly I will add padding to the multiple child, so I will say p, h1 and p to both the elements. This will get applicable, or this will be applicable, or this will be applied. Okay, what is this doing now, or why this looks like? So initially at very initial phase, what it did, it takes some padding here. Again, this element takes some padding here, and that is of 100 pixel, 100 pixel. Okay, again webchamp has that parent, oh sorry, not parent, that paragraph element has taken 100 pixel padding, and this element again goes down, and this will cover the next padding, means bottom padding. Okay, so the moment we define only padding, it will add padding from 4 sides. Okay, what and all those 4 sides, if you ask me, or it is the same about padding and margin. So it will add space from all the 4, left, right, around the space. Okay, would like to say here left, right, these are the sides. Okay, left side, right side padding, then top side padding, and bottom side padding or margin, whatever would be. And if I copy these to here, okay, I would like to write about the padding. So padding is space around the element, or I would like to say content. Okay, content of element to the border. From content to border space is called padding. From border to parent border, or parent, yes, parent border, we can say that space is called margin. Margin always takes outside of the border, padding always taken inside of the border. Okay, let me clear the screen. Now here what I have did, I have added padding from or margin I have added, or padding I have added 100 of pixel, means automatically this will add only margin or only padding will add space from all the four sides. Okay, all four means left, right, top and bottom sides, but I want the space from only top side. I don't want space from other sides. So what I will do, I will change this, or I will say dash top, margin top. I will say only margin top. What it will do, it will remove the space around all other sides and it will only keep the space between top side and whatever the parent side. Okay, so this is how it works. If I say margin left, okay, so left side margin will be added and top side margin will be removed. So like this we can give the margin to the any specific side. Okay, and margin, I hope you got a clear picture about the margin. That margin is a space around the border or outside of the border. Padding is a space from element or from content. So webcam, this is the content of element. Okay, and from this to the border. Okay, similarly I can add, or I can say padding left. Okay, and what it will affect, see. So for both the elements in the both the div, it has taken padding from left side. So if you want me to draw for your understanding, so you can say this is padding and this is margin. Okay, so orange line indicating margin and blue line indicating padding. It is little bit confusing for the first time who is learning margin and padding, but remember one thing about margin and padding, it add, if you mention only margin, it will add space from all the four sides. If you want to give the space to the any specific side, you can use margin left or padding left, as like I have used here. Okay, so height and width, I would like to discuss about this, and at the start of this video I have spoken on this. Okay, so I will say, instead of 50%, I will use some height here. I will use 400 pixel. Okay, and width is again 400 pixel. So I make this as a square. So for the element, for the containers, okay, we can say for the container, div is a container, we can set height and width. And other elements who has direct content, div will not contain any direct content like this webcam and all. We have to use the children's elements or child element, we can say, to add some content. If you want to add image, you can use that image, or you can add the image. We have seen earlier in HTML video how to add image to this. Okay, so div is a container and it will take whatever the space or whatever the height and width you have assigned to this will be taken by this div. Okay, so now what I wanted to discuss is something about box model. Height and width is height and width only. Okay, so no in detail, I mean there is nothing to discuss. You can understand what is height and what is width. So now we have to discuss the very important concept about box model. If you do not understand box model in CSS, you won't be able to set the web pages in proper alignment. Okay, so what is a box model? We will draw one box model here, and later on we will build the same box model by using HTML and CSS. Okay, so let's say I have this parent element, or I can say this is a parent div. Yes, this is a parent div, and it has some height and width. So this is, let's say, XYZ amount of height, XYZ amount of width. For the demo purpose, we are taking this. And what I need to do, I have to fix two more boxes into this. Two more boxes into this one box. Okay, so what I will do, I will go and I will add one more div here. Okay, I will add like this. Or it can be a bigger one. Okay, so like this I have added. Normally it will get added like this. Or yes. So now if I want to move this div little bit away or little bit down, so I can add margin to this div. Yes, right, like this. So here you can see this will be a margin. Okay, this blue drawn will be a margin from left side, bottom side, right side, and again from this side. So this is how margin plays a role. Now we have set up the one box. I wanted to add one more box. What I will do, I will just create a copy of this box. I will paste here and I will move. So again, it needs some space because it will add, as we did earlier, it will add same margin from all the four sides. And now this will be reduced. Okay. And okay. So this is how we have to create a box model. But what it will consider? Okay. So what it will do? You need to do some calculation. Let's say this is 800 pixel width, and let's say, okay, 400 pixel height. Okay, let me move this to here, and I will say okay. So 400 pixel width and 800 pixel width and 400 pixel height we have given. And for internal div, okay, let's remain this or remember this. I would like to say internal div, I will add some height, right? Because this div should take some height. For this div also same height would be given. Again, there would be some margin. Here also there would be some margin. Here also there would be some margin. Here also there would be some margin. From this side we have margin. So here you can see, if you want to calculate the height, what and all parameters we need to consider. Okay, to calculate height, I I will say height is equal to, right? First we need to add the width, oh sorry, height of inner element. Okay, so parent's height, we know parent's height should be, I mean it is a 400 pixel, not should be, okay. And this calculation, after calculating or adding margin, padding, height and border, okay. So I will say height of child plus height of child element plus top margin, right, plus bottom margin. So this is how a box model is, I mean, calculated to fit the multiple boxes in the same container or in one container. So now we have considered top margin and bottom margin. In case if I add padding to this content, okay, if I add padding to this content, then I will have to consider that padding also. So if it is there, then top padding plus bottom padding, okay, plus, okay, then what else remaining? Now we have considered everything. Height of child plus top margin plus bottom margin plus top padding plus bottom padding plus both sides border. Okay, border will have same or different, so I would like to say 2, or instead of 2, top border width plus bottom, okay, bottom border width width not width. Okay, so this makes sense to calculate height. This makes sense to calculate height, and similarly we have to calculate width also. Okay, bottom border width, or instead of width I would like to say here thickness, right, thickness, so that it will not confuse you. Okay, now we have to write the formula for width also. So let's say width is 800 pixel. Now we have 800 pixel. So your internal structure, internal margin, padding, height and border, every after adding everything, your height or your width should not be more than the parent div width or parent div height. Okay, so this is how box model works. So I will say width here, width of child plus left margin with respect to width, or not a bottom. Okay, here it should be a right margin. Similarly, left padding and right padding. Then next is not a top border, right? We can say left border thickness and right border thickness. Okay, right. Okay, so this is how a box model is designed. Means what you need to do, you need to ensure that whatever the child element are there inside of any of the div, that should not acquire a space more than its parent size, more than its parent size. That is what the main aspect of this box model design. Okay, so now we will design this. Okay, height and width. So we will design this in HTML with the calculation. So what we will do, we will take one parent element now. Okay, so I will remove everything from here. I will remove everything. Okay, and what I will do, let's say I have a one div called, okay, and tentatively I will add some space here just to say, since we do not have any content. Okay, if we, I would like to show that also. If we give a width is equal to 800 pixel and height is equal to, I would like to say 400 pixel. I have given height and width to the div, and I will say border. Okay, and border will be 2px solid and red. Okay, fine. And what I will do, I will go here and I will refresh. So it has taken that much space. So it has taken space. Now I would like to add two more divs. Okay, two more child element, and I wanted to fit that into the 800 pixel width after adding margin and padding. Okay, so I am adding div inside a div. So instead of using directly div, what it will do, if I add the div here, okay, you can see what it will do. I will say div, I will say div here also, and we have taken two child elements. Okay, this is outer one is called parent and inner two divs is called child element. Okay, and what it did, it has taken first element at the top and second element at the bottom, but we have only this 400 pixel width, right? But it is taking 400 plus 400. By default it is taking 400 plus 400. I don't want to do this. So what I will do, I will use the class here. I will say class parent, and I wanted to fix the size of parent. So with respect to that, I will say parent. Okay, so what it will do, instead of giving height to the div element, it will say the div element, I mean the who has a parent class, whichever element has a parent class, that will be taken these properties from CSS only. Okay, and inner divs will not take, so where these divs are, so we have not added any property. So what I will do, I will say dot parent space div. So this is the way, okay, this is the way to give the property to the parent element by using space between parent class or parent element and child element. Okay, so you just have to give the one space and write the child element name, and you would be able to set the property for these two elements. What I will do, okay, instead of taking 400, okay, if we take 400, it will not affect anything. And height should be 400. Okay, let's keep this height as it is. Okay, just to see the effect, and I will say border is green now. I will go here and I will refer this. Now here you can see that the two elements are getting added. Two elements are getting added in the one parent. But what it is doing, first element says, okay, hey, look, my height or my space is 400 pixel, and you have to go to the below. So internally what it is doing, it is expanding the parent element internally, and that we don't want. We have to fix this. Okay, so what I will do, I will say what I have taken 2 pixel. Okay, what I will do, I have to say that float left. I will say, okay, come aside to each other, and it is not coming. Why? Right? I have said that come aside to each other. I want these two div aside to each other. I mean, these two green boxes should fit in one red boxes. But as I said, we have taken 400 pixel width. Okay, so it covers, the width itself is covering 800 pixel, right? And what about this two pixel border? Okay, so for if I consider the width, okay, and if I subtract the border size, what it will do, let's see. So border is of left side, right side. Left side has 2 pixel and right side has 2 pixel. So I will change these to 396 pixel. Okay, now you can see two boxes are perfectly fitted inside a red box. Okay, so what we have did alignment with respect to width, but we have not did alignment with respect to height. So parent has 400 pixel and these two, what we can so I would like to show here. Here you can see that green line is, or bottom border is just below the parent's border. So means I should not pick the height of this. Instead of that, I should subtract, for child element, I should subtract the border of child element from parent element's height, and the remaining would be parent element's height. And here I will say 396 pixel. Now you can see the border is complete. Green boxes are inside a what? Inside a parent. Okay, so there will not be any space or anything, or any green border is going outside of that red box. So now we have successfully fitted two boxes. But what if, okay, I will add some content. I will say here as h1 as webcam. Okay, fine. And again I will add one more webcam here. Okay, and it is getting added, no problem. But I want this webcam to be aligned at center. I can say center of these two, or it should take some space from what? It should take some space from its border, or it should be aligned at the center, or I wanted to add some space around these child elements by using margin. Okay, what I will do, I will add margin here. Okay, instead of moving this webcam, there are multiple ways to move this webcam to the center. But instead of that, I would like to move these green boxes to the center, right? And by adding some space. So I will add margin, and I will say margin. Okay, not okay. It is fine. If I take 50%, it will add 50. Sorry, not 50%. It will add 50 pixel margin from all the four sides, right? That what on all those four sides I would like to write here: left and right, top and bottom. So what it will affect, you can see. So now model is gone, right? Our model is gone. So it has taken a space from left side with respect to parent of 50 pixel. Similarly, it will take a space to this side also, right side also. And for both the sides, it will take a space. and then I need to subtract that space from width, right? So it has taken a space from, okay, it has taken a space of 50 plus 50, 100 pixels. So what I will do, I will say for the width 200 pixel. Okay, I will simply subtract, it was 396, so I will make this 296. Okay, so that my boxes should not go down, right? And now what you can see, or okay, not you can see, even I can also see. So this is a first left side, first div, first child left div. Okay, means I'm talking about this div. I will show you. I'm talking about this one only. Okay, whatever I have selected here. So it has taken margin from left side. Similarly, it has taken a margin from this side also. That is of 50 pixel. Now what we'll do, second element, right? Which is the second element. So now this second element also takes, because we are giving properties to these two child elements, same properties. Okay, so it is taking again 50 pixel from, okay, from this to this, means from left side, and 50 pixel from right side. Similarly, what it did, okay, it we have said margin, right? So similarly, it should take space. It has taken a space from top side, but we can't see because height of the element is higher. Height of the element is now higher. Higher means what? 396 pixel plus that 50 pixel, and again here I have added 50 pixel. So now this height is goes to that much extent, means we can say this with border, this is a 400 pixel, right? This green box height is 400 pixel, and additionally it is taking 50 pixel from top margin and 50 pixel from bottom margin. So this says 400 plus 100 pixel, means now the height is 400 pixel. Sorry, not 400, 400 plus 100, 500 pixel. I wanted to subtract 100 pixel from this, again from height, right? Or I need to subtract 100 pixel from this. Okay, so I will say subtract 100 pixel. Okay, and now this looks like this space, or this will take 50 pixel margin here, I mean bottom margin, and again it will take 50 pixel bottom margin, and again it will take 50 pixel top margin. And now two divs are properly aligned, right? Properly aligned, it is fine. So we are successful to make the box model, but we have not yet used padding here. Okay, are you going to see, or have you seen anything as a padding? Okay, so what I will do, I instead of this, not instead of this, I will add margin 50 pixel, and I will change this to padding. Okay, I am just adding padding 50 pixel to this child divs. What it will do now, okay, it will move this web champ away from this green box, and again the your layout will be hampered. You can see layout again hampered, right? Because now it has added padding. Padding means space from content to this, but here it is adding 50 pixel, but still we have some space, and if I reduce the width to the amount of padding it has added, I think that will make sense to make our model Okay, so now what I need to do, I have added padding from all the sides. So similarly, as I for the margin, as I reduced the amount of height and width, similarly if I add padding and margin, I will reduce same amount of, means it is adding 100 pixel from left side or right side for the width, it is adding 100 pixel for top side and bottom side in the height. Okay, so I will reduce that also and I will refresh this. Again our model is perfectly fit. Okay, it has still, it has some space after the web champ to the border, but we need not to worry about that. If we add the content, it will get covered. Now as I said, we can calculate the space remaining in this, or space remaining for the content in the child div or in the green boxes. Okay, how to calculate, I will say, or I will show you how to calculate. I will just clear the screen. Now we know how much this is. This is 800 pixel, right? So what I will do, I will using this. Okay, I will say this is width is 800 pixel. Okay, width is, I will write here so that it will be easy for us. So width is 800 pixel minus, with respect to width, we can say we have added what we have added. So we have added 196 pixel width to one div, and we have two div of this width. So I will, okay, not here, I will go here and I will say 2 into 196, right? This is the width of these two div minus, we have added, okay, how many pixel margin we have added. So we have added 50 pixel. Okay, so what is this 50 pixel, or where it is? So 50 pixel is here, again 50 pixel is here, again 50 pixel is for this div, and again 50 pixel. So we have four parts of 50 pixel for left and right side of 2. So we can calculate this also. I would like to say, okay, 2 into 50, again minus 2 into 50. So just consider this 2 is indicating left and right side, or you can say 2 left, 2 right. Okay, as you are comfortable, you can do this. Similarly, we did for the padding also. Padding is also added for the left and right side. So I will say 2 into 50 minus 2 into 50. Okay, again one thing is remaining. So this will give us, or this calculation will give us a width of content, because what amount of content is, I mean what amount of width is remaining to add the content in the div. Okay, so what I will do, I will calculate this. So if I, okay, this is how a design, web page design works. Or if you want to if you want to build the effective design, you need to, at least for the learning phase, you need to calculate your box models like this. So minus 2 into, Okay, it has taken. Okay, so I will say 800. Okay, let me clear this. I will say 800 minus. Okay, where is the bracket? So I will do 2 into 196. So minus 196 into 2. Verbally calculate. If I think it will be 392. Okay, so 408 pixel is remaining. Out of that, I will say, oh, we have taken two sides. So this will cover 100 pixel. This will cover 100 pixel. Okay, so we can calculate here it is also. Two sides for margin, both side. Okay, both side. Yes, it is returning something, or it is saying we have added 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. So this internally it will take 400 pixel, no, 200 pixel margin padding, and for this also 200 pixel. Yes, so this calculation is correct, and whatever width would be remaining. Okay. Okay, so this is going to 800 pixels somewhere around, because these two will return 408 as I did. Okay, I will say something. Calculator, right? What we are calculating. So we have to say whatever the calculation we are taking, which is equal to 800 pixel. So if I say parent has 800 pixel, I will subtract this from 392 minus 400 pixel of margin and padding. So it remains 8 pixel, but 8 pixel of what? Okay, so we have four borders, okay, from with respect to I mean height and with respect to width. So this is a 2 pixel, this is again 2 pixel, 2 plus 2 4 pixel, and for this div also we have 2 pixel, 2 plus 2 4 plus 4 plus 4 8 pixel. So here I will say 8 pixel. The moment it comes 0, your box is perfectly fit. Then what is the width, the remaining width? So here you can see this is the 196 pixel that we have given a remaining width here, right, for the content of this child div, Similarly, we can do the calculation for height also. And okay, for height, now we know this height. Okay, let's say, let me pick the another color. This is a height, right? And again for each div, we have 50 pixel of margin from both the sides. Again we will have 50 pixels of this. Okay, not this. Okay, I will say this padding, and whatever would be remaining inside this, that is 196 pixel. So this is 196 pixel remaining, and again this is 196 pixel remaining. So this is how box model works. I hope you got how to calculate width, or how to arrange the divs, or how to create a box model, how to fit two or multiple divs. See, if you want to add more divs, you need to calculate the margin, padding, width, border width, and width of the child element, or width of the width remaining in the content. So everything will be calculated like this to perfectly fit the boxes to the web pages. I hope this video makes sense to create a web pages or to design a web pages. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.